All right, so we just talked to Maria in Boise on radiotherapy. She has a work husband, a guy that she spends a ton of time with at work. You know, she's like, we go out to lunch sometimes at work. It's all platonic, nothing,
The phrase work husband or work wife just makes me feel uncomfortable.
Kind of feels weird about it.
I don't like it.
Well, her husband, her real husband, trying to figure this all out, totally fine with it. But she says that her work husband's wife, he doesn't want to tell her, like, hey, he's like, we're just friends.
Yeah, she doesn't even know about it.
So, what would you do? What's this idea of a work husband or a work wife? Jonathan in Nampa, good morning, man. What do you make of all of this?
Oh, man, this is crazy. Like, I had to call. I'm sitting here listening to it, and I'm like, that's just not healthy. If he's not talking to his lady about his friend from work, then, what else is he hiding from his lady, for one?
Exactly.
And, that's not cool with me. I couldn't do that to my lady. Like, she needs to know, my friends are her friends are my friends. But at the same time, it's okay for her to have, her friends or whatever. I don't really need to know about it. But when it becomes, like, a real close relationship to where it's, like, emotional or whatever, it makes you feel good about yourself having that friend, because they lift you up. Well, you want to share with your significant other, like, hey, this person's real cool and they mean a lot to me. They're my friend.
Sure. Yeah.
You don't keep them a secret.
Yeah. He should feel if it really is just like, hey, no, you are just a good friend of mine and, we work together, then there shouldn't be any problem with him talking to his wife about it.
Well, and Jonathan, I think you bring up a good point. Like, what else is he hiding from his wife? If he's like, nah, I don't want to tell my wife about you. Like, that kind of weirds me out a little bit.
Exactly. You got to be open. Relationships consist of communication. And I'm not saying it's wrong to have a friend, but you gotta talk about it.
Look at Jonathan in Nampa, man. You're dropping the hammer today on radiotherapy. Appreciate the call. Just, sharing sage advice is Jonathan in Nampa. Here's the thing. I do agree with you, Lauren. I think it's kind of this weird deal of being like, oh, that's my work wife. We're just good friends.
Right.
I'm not saying, oh, yeah, you know what? If you're married, you can't be friends with anybody at work because that's just creepy. No. But bottom line, you should have open communication.
Sure, and we've got a lot of people texting in kind of saying the same thing, 68719. People who are saying they have a work wife or work husband, and it's fine as long as you're honest and open about it with your real spouse. This person says, I have a work husband, and my real life husband knows, and they are also friends, and it works out fine.
Listen to this,
but he needs to be open and honest with his real wife about it.
Why am I missing? I'm missing. I got work wife. I got real wife. Actually, I think we have it easy now. We just work with each other, and we're actually married.
You know what? We just get rid of all the confusion. Just totally. All the confusion is gone.
But there's a lot of, especially in radio, there's a lot of times maybe it'll be a male and a female, and they're not married, and you have this intimate kind of relationship. Yeah. We just end up sharing it with each other.
And this texter says she needs to either try the double date idea or divorce her work husband.
Yeah. Divorce the work husband.
The work husband. If he's keeping it from his wife, then he might be having additional feelings for her, and it's good to put an end to it now. I had a friend with a work husband who decided to kiss her once, and it caused a huge mess, and her real husband was told, and it has never been the same since, and it's always awkward.
Okay, I just want to know,
be careful of those things.
Please, I just want to know how many of you have a work spouse, because this sounds pretty common. How many of you at your workplace, you have a work husband or a work wife?
Now, I think it's pretty common in the fact that it's playful. It's funny. Like, it's somebody you get along with really well at work, and you just coin that term. I think I know your work husband. You coined that term. Yeah. Who?
You want me to say his name?
I don't know. Okay. I don't think I have one.
No, I think I'll tell you off the air, but I think you have a work husband here. There is a guy here at work that I think you really jive with. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Do I have a work wife?
No. Okay. Me.
Yeah,
I'm
I
your
know
real
you.
life.
But I didn't know if we have. It's very difficult with us.
You and I, we really get along with everyone here, so I think we jive with everyone, whether it's man or woman. So maybe we have a lot of wives and husbands here.
So who's your work spouse? Let us know.